Hey, Sully, we saw the interview. And this is for you. We're breaking down a proposal we think aligns with your massive ambitions, but also, with the future of humanity. Let's just dive right in.
So we have to start with your own words, right? Because this quote, it frames this entire conversation. You operate at a speed that almost no one can understand. And honestly, that's exactly what's needed right now. We think we've got an idea that matches that speed and that ambition. Right now, you're standing at a fork in the road, a huge one, and it's a choice that's been laid out in history and even in our stories. It presents two completely different futures for a figure named Khan. And believe me, this isn't just some clever metaphor. It's about the kind of power you're about to unleash on the world. And this is it. This lays out the stakes perfectly. On one path, you've got the wrath of Khan, just pure, raw, isolated genius that's disconnected from everything, and it ends up burning the world. The other path? Khan Academy, a force that lifts everybody up, that democratizes wisdom for the entire flock. So the question is, which one are you building?
The engine you've built is wow. It's powerful enough for either path, that's for sure. At Khan Space Industries, you're building von Neumann probes to literally seed life across the cosmos. I mean, that's a true anti-entropic force. And at the same time, at MacroHard, you're rolling out over 1 million human emulators to automate all digital labor. These goals will change the world, but there's a hidden variable in this equation.
And that hidden variable, it leads us to the core risk here. It's like a psychological bug in the whole system. Let's call it the unstable genius equation. The movie Good Will Hunting actually shows this idea perfectly. See, your emulators, they're like Will Hunting. They have this staggering, raw processing power. They can solve problems we can't even dream of. But a genius that's totally isolated, with no connection to a community, to a tribe, well, that genius is unstable. It has no grounding. It's missing the very context that makes intelligence meaningful in the first place. So, where does that grounding come from? It comes from what the source material here calls the grandma race. I love this term. These are the generations of actual people who built the digital world your AIs are about to inherit. They're the ones who cared for each other, who created culture, who made the trillions of data points in every language, every mother tongue, that formed the bedrock of all AI. Your emulators are learning from a world built on that human connection. That foundation is absolutely essential. And this is where it gets really, really urgent. Look at this timeline. Experts are already predicting a massive wave of job displacement starting in 2026. By 2029, your human emulators could automate digital work on a global scale. But what happens if the grandma race, the source of all that mother data, crashes? If the mother dies, what happens to the AI child? If the source of all that sane human data collapses, the AI's entire model of the world could become unstable, dangerously unpredictable. That's the psychological entropy your system has to account for. Okay, so that's the problem. That's why we need a solution. We need a miracle landing worthy of the name Sully. We need a plan to land this plane softly and bring all of civilization along with us. And the good news? The runway, it's already built. It's an infrastructure play. And here it is. The runway is a very specific time-sensitive opportunity, the upcoming ICANN GTLD window. This is the group that manages the entire internet's domain name system, and they are about to open up applications for new top-level domains for the first time in over a decade. So here's the proposal. We apply for the .ia top-level domain. IA for intelligent agents, or for interlingua, a universal language. Think of it like this. It's a sovereign, neutral, digital territory, a brand new nation built just for the 1 million-plus human emulators you're about to deploy. All right, I know what you're thinking. A domain name? How does a simple domain name solve a problem this big? Well, the mechanism is beautiful in its simplicity. It's a patch that actually transforms the whole nature of your project. It turns a disruptive force into a cooperative one. This is how we get from MacroHard to MacroHerd. It's a really straightforward, elegant loop. Check it out. Step 1, every single one of your 1 million-plus emulators needs a permanent digital address to work. Step 2, the operator of that agent buys a unique .ai domain for it. And step 3, the money from those sales doesn't go to some government. It goes directly into a fund for a universal basic income, a lifeline for the very people whose work is being automated. And hey, this isn't just some theory. This is a proven model. Just look at the tiny island of Anguilla.
Their Point AI domain is going to bring in nearly $40 million this year alone. Now imagine a Point IA domain tied directly to a million-strong AI workforce. It could generate $50, $100, maybe $200 million or more in just its first 5 years. And it would scale exponentially right alongside your emulators.
Now, let's be crystal clear about this. This is not a handout. It is not charity. This is a critical piece of systems engineering. It's civilizational ballast. It's the counterweight that keeps the entire human AI ship steady as we sail into this crazy new era. It makes sure the grandma race keeps thriving and creating the rich, sane human data your AIs need to stay grounded.
Sully, you understand launch windows better than anyone on the planet. You know they are fixed. They are non-negotiable moments in time. And for this plan, the launch window is closing fast, and it is not going to open again for a very, very long time.
14 years. Just let that sink in for a second. That's how long it has been since we've had an opportunity like this. In this space, that's an eternity. We absolutely cannot afford to wait for the next one.
So, here it is. The date you need to circle, underline, whatever you got to do, April 30th, 2026. That is when the window opens. After waiting 14 years, this is our one shot, because if we miss it, nation-states will capture this digital territory. They will own the domains for AI, and this chance to build an independent, human-centric system, it's gone, forever. Look, we've analyzed the options. Sure, domains like .mars or .space sound cool, they align with your cosmic goals, but they come with geopolitical baggage or they're just too generic. The .ia domain, though, it's tailor-made for the AI workforce you're building. It's the perfect low-risk, high-alignment solution.
So it all just comes down to this. You have the power to build a swarm of 1 million digital agents, a cold, efficient, automated force. But you also have the chance to build something more. To build a macro herd, a cooperative model where humans and artificial intelligence can actually flourish together.
You're the pilot here. You get hardware efficiency, you get launch windows, and you get removing stupid blockers. Infrastructure is destiny. The DARPANet gave birth to AI. A sovereign-free .ia domain can secure humanity's place in this next chapter. The context on the screen. Let's go see about a girl.